Imagine a scientist so brilliant he could decode the very rules that hold our universe together, and at the same time, lead a global movement to prevent its destruction. This was Linus Pauling, the only person in history to win 2 Unshared Nobel Prizes. His story is one of relentless curiosity, revolutionary discoveries, and unwavering moral courage. Born in Oregon in 1901, Pauling's early life was a mix of hardship and intellectual fire. His father's death when he was just 9 left his family struggling, but it couldn't extinguish his burning curiosity. At 13, a friend showed him a simple chemistry set, and it was like a lightning bolt. He was captivated by the elegant, logical dance of molecules. This wasn't just a hobby, it was a calling. He devoured every chemistry book he could find, teaching himself the fundamentals. This self-taught prodigy eventually made his way to Caltech, driven by a single, profound question that had stumped scientists for centuries. What is the true nature of the chemical bond? What are the invisible forces that bind atoms together to create everything we see and touch? Answering this question would become his first great revolution. In the Roaring Twenties, a radical new science was emerging: quantum mechanics. While many chemists found it strange and abstract, Pauling saw it as the key. He realized that the mysterious behavior of atoms and their bonds could be perfectly explained by the bizarre yet precise rules of the quantum world. He spent years applying these new ideas, and in 1939, he published his masterpiece, The Nature of the Chemical Bond. This wasn't just another book. It was a complete rewriting of the language of chemistry. Pauling introduced foundational concepts that are still taught in every classroom today. Like electronegativity, a scale to measure an atom's pulling power, and orbital hybridization, which explained how atoms change shape to form stable molecules. He was essentially a quantum architect, providing the blueprint for how matter itself is constructed. This monumental achievement earned him his first Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1954, cementing his status as the world's leading chemist. After conquering the chemical bond, Pauling's ambition grew. He turned his attention to the next great frontier: the secrets of life itself, hidden within our genes. He wanted to uncover the structure of the most important molecule of all, DNA. His immense confidence, usually his greatest asset, led him down the wrong path this time. He proposed a triple helix model, an elegant but incorrect structure. Meanwhile, 2 younger rivals, James Watson and Francis Crick, were closing in on the right answer. In a crucial twist of fate, Pauling was blocked from traveling to a key science conference in Europe. Why? Because of his growing political activism, the US government had revoked his passport. Had he been there, he might have seen critical X-ray data that would have revealed his error. In 1953, Watson and Crick published their iconic double helix model. It was a rare and public defeat for Pauling, but it's a testament to his genius that his earlier work on protein structures, like the alpha helix, was an essential stepping stone for Watson and Crick's own discovery. As Pauling reached the peak of his scientific fame, his conscience pulled him in a new direction. The world was living under the shadow of the atomic bomb. Horrified by the escalating nuclear arms race and the invisible poison of radioactive fallout from atmospheric testing, he transformed from a quiet scientist into a vocal, radical activist for peace. In the McCarthy era of the 1950s, this was a dangerous path. He was labeled a communist sympathizer, investigated by the FBI, and publicly condemned. They even took his passport, the very act that may have cost him the race for DNA. But Pauling refused to be silenced. He used his scientific credibility as a weapon, traveling the world to educate the public about the genetic damage caused by radiation. He and his wife Ava Helen collected signatures from over 11,000 scientists worldwide, demanding an end to nuclear testing. His tireless crusade paid off. In 1963, the United States and the Soviet Union signed the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, a direct result of the public pressure he had built. On the very day the treaty went into effect, it was announced that Linus Pauling had been awarded the 1962 Nobel Peace Prize. He stands alone in history, a 2-time Unshared Nobel laureate, a man who not only deciphered the building blocks of life, but fought with every fiber of his being to protect it. So, here's a question for you. Which of Linus Pauling's Nobel Prizes do you think required more courage, the scientific one, or the one for peace? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If this story of an intellectual giant fascinated you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the figures who changed our world. Thanks for watching.